We're going for a wild ride. Anyway, hi YouTube. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please practice some self-care for those of you that are on Twitch right now watching, and for those of you that will later on watch. It doesn't have to be anything particular like a lot of people think, but you can go ahead and do one thing for yourself, a hobby, breathing in and out, taking 5 minutes for yourself, turning on a candle, just chillax. Use that time for you. And if you guys on Twitch do rewatch this, just be like, I'm a second watcher. I've been here twice. Let me know. I love seeing, the mix in between. But, oh, and yeah, and my mods, thank you so much. If there's one thing that can't be said is, like, I genuinely appreciate you guys for going ahead and keeping me spoiler free as much as possible, as much as you guys have up to now. And, it's thanks to you guys that, like, everything's been able to work as smoothly and functionally as it can. So I genuinely appreciate each and every single one of you. I know I annoy everyone on Discord when I tell you I love y'all, but I really do mean it, and everyone there. So anyway, let's go ahead and just jump into it. Oh, he's just buying time. Otto. No. Otto, ¿por qué? Yo. Oh, my dude. Oh. The best wingman ever. And trap. That's a good trap. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Otto, you're kind of scary. Oof. You're a little scary, Otto. Full of language. Ooh. And I had to stop it really there because this is a really good interpretation for a lot of people that are on the spectrum and they have audio sensitivity issues. So in case you guys are ever wondering why some people are out in public, wearing protection on their ears and whatnot, this is an absolutely excellent interpretation of, like, how it can be and feel like for those individuals. I actually work with one on one-on-one, and this is sort of how he referenced it, which is like, even like the flutter of wings from animals and whatnot, just like the disturbances at forces a lot for and can be triggering. So it's absolutely phenomenal to, like, see, like, sort of the world, like, and how it can impact the kid, especially when growing up and you're not adjusted to those sounds, or your timbre, or the way that you can hear certain frequencies are higher or lower than most people. So absolutely phenomenal job from ReZero for doing this. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, this line. Oh. Oh. And doctors will tell you that you're a perfectly normal kid, that yeah. Oh, how many times have I dealt with this in therapy? Oh. Yo, this is hitting on all the key points that, like, some people. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So I'll pause it right there, and this is hitting me so hard in the feels right now, because it's not just one kid; it's a lot of different kids, and particularly like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old that I'm working with. They're not able to really talk because even talking affects them. And I remember just giving them my phone and then, like, sort of going over, like, typing, or the sensation of typing, and them actually writing out a message and getting a similar reaction from the family. And it's absolutely incredible, like, sort of the different references, and that there is the ability to go ahead and help out if you're empathetic, to be there for kids, to be there for people that definitely need it. Like, yeah, that's the best way that I can put it. It's this is a really really good demonstration of what like not just people with like one type of like either mental health diagnosis or disability, either audio, visual, whatever it may be, go through. But wow, I didn't think ReZero would go this hard for auto. Like this is oh, it's adorable. Ah, ah, hard. Yeah, but then you're also judged by society. Oh, this is a big thing on like, oh, are you guys seeing like the direct translation towards like a lot of mental health stuff? Because I am. Oh, we view people and whatnot. Oh boy. Oh, now he's gonna get made fun of. And then the shame that comes with it, the guilt, trying to hide away from society, retreating from your friends that you used to have. Yeah. Oh, shit. What? Excuse? Oh, that's right. They tied him up, right? And they brought him into the cave. Wait, no, that was a bad run through. Is that a good run through? Oh, yeah. I almost did spit out my drink. I was like, wasn't expecting Betelgeuse anymore. Can you imagine? And I think this is a good stopping point for reflecting. Um, how much trauma, like emotional insecurity, there is. I have a lot of friends on the spectrum. One thing that they've told me is like oftentimes, especially while they were growing up, they felt shunned by society. Like when they had friends and then they were told that they were special or taken away into different classrooms, different settings, whatever, like it never got back to being the same. And it hurts. It really hurts hearing that from people and hearing how much of a struggle it's been for individuals like this to succeed in life. And it makes me a little emotional. I won't lie to you guys because, I'm all for, trying to make sure that everyone has like at least an equal standing or being able to enjoy life to like the best potential, but seeing how cruel sometimes we as a society can be. Now, how cruel it's been in the past, especially towards individuals with, uh, either on the spectrum, mental health disorders, whatever disabilities, whatever it may have been. Like it's rough, and I just can't put myself in that situation where Otto's been and be like, I understand 100% what he's going through. I can be empathetic and draw from my experiences and be like, I remember a time where like I was left alone, like I had no one I could turn to. Like society sort of like turned their back on you. It's crushing. So for him to go out, become a merchant, set his own goals, achieve them, do whatever he has to do, that's impressive like work and a half for himself. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring this topic down as we're kind of like trying to go back up. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what happens with Otto. I think this is a very reflective story, and it's yeah. Oh shit, bruh, bruh. Oh no, Otto, don't get my nosebleeds. No. Oh, oh, you did not. Oh, here we go. Garfield transformation. Where is my lasagna? Oh, hey, thanks for joining the stream. Ooh, ooh, get smacked. Let's get tossed around a little. The lasagna! No! Oof. That 1, 2, 3 combo just duck. Let's go. All right, before we continue, that was an awesome fight. That was pretty cool. And I think it's clear to even say like even as much as Ram like you know spits facts about like Subaru, like she's straight up like all she's always been there for him. Like in terms of like I don't know how to put it, the dog situation. Even though she was useless like by the end of it before she was thrown into Rem, she was there for him. Uh, as long as he's able to speak up and like I guess acknowledge and talk and maybe if their interests align, whatever that may be, like they're always there together. The fun has just begun. Ooh, I'm excited then. I am really, really excited for what's to come then. I'm also just I don't know. I'm really curious as to like how strong of a friendship Otto feels that he has towards Subaru. At the moment, like we understand that like he sees him as a friend, but like a friend doesn't just stand up against lasagna monster and like throw bombs and teams up with Ram and all of this stuff. That's like a best friend. That's like a good friend that will like be a wingman so you can get your time in. But anyway, yeah, that was actually really I don't know. It's interested and sophisticated. Lasagna monster, yeah, yeah. He's definitely something. And willing to risk her life, because getting that nosebleed, like they're not fun, but uh, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I guess you could feel like he owes a debt, right? But the whole theme of this whole thing has been like circles, right? Or like I guess if we're gonna be cheesy, starting from zero, real life, literally going through a circle. Like, especially with Otto, it's like, being captured by Betelgeuse and then being freed. He's starting again from zero after he cried from that. The announcement of a boss figure, or like, the way that the uh, Wolfman was talking about him, like, it definitely, like, a lead for him to, yeah, and Ram trusts Subaru in her own way. Whatever that way may be, she trusts him. But that's my point, is like, this whole thing is about like circles and how we get over them, how we form attachments, and how we go through with them. So yeah, that's wildly awesome backstory. I feel like both of you need to like vent out your frustrations about one another, clear the air, and then go from there. Oh, here comes that unhealthy attachment. Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah. She holds promises to way too high of standard, and that wow. Yeah, but you don't know what they've been through exactly. Yeah. Vent it out. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to communicate clearly. Vent it out. This is like couples therapy. Vent. No, 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 no. Vent out your frustrations about him. Let's go. Aw. That's a bit greedy, but it's true. This feels like a repeat of episode 18. Bro? Hello? Uh, What? What? Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm screaming. I don't want to scream out loud, but again, you rush into things, my boy. I mean, I'll give y'all my thoughts right now. I have a lot of thoughts to go through. She's even like flustered. Oh no. It's cute, but like I have my wrist. Meanwhile, Otto's getting his ass beat outside. Oh, Otto. This is too good of an episode that I can't. I'm trying to wait for the appropriate moment. Oh, there we go. Oh, finally, he's reflecting back in her eyes. Oh, that's what I was waiting for this entire time. That release. Oh, oh, this entire time, like her gaze wouldn't really reflect them until like that final shot. Oh, there's a scene after. Okay, okay. Let's see the scene after, and then we'll analyze. Oh my dude. Oh my dude. Oh my dude. Okay, that dude. Okay, so here's why I was like, that's so sweet, right? So, but yes, and in couples counseling specifically, right? And I tend to get this a lot, where like they first come in and they're first like, I love you," like like a back and forth type thing, and they're not really addressing the issues, right? And so you're like, then why'd you come to therapy if this is all love, you know? And this is sort of like the brilliant thing of this whole like interaction between them is you just need to vent that shit out. Sometimes if your baseline of communication is only cute shit, like, oh yes, like, this person is the best or whatever, you're not really communicating. What you're communicating is just like, I guess, placities, fake niceties, putting someone up on a pedestal and not really talking with them, it's talking to them. And like, cute shit is fine and all every once in a while. But when it becomes your daily voice of communication, in between that, you lose the effectiveness and beauty of words, right? Because words can have such a magnificent impact if you're able to go ahead and use it properly. Like, for example, if I tell you guys, I love you, 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 the I love you, so on and so forth, the I love yous lose meaning, right? But if I go ahead and say, you know, for example, I'll choose one in the chat. AZ, I genuinely appreciate the fact that, like, every time I am away from the server for a little bit, you're always there making sure that everyone's doing okay and, like, stepping up to the plate even when others aren't. And, like, if there's one thing I can say is from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you and I appreciate it. This is a little bit more impactful because all of a sudden I'm just taking it away from I love you to hey, like this is everything that encapsulates why, right? Um, and yes, yes, that is true. And as it is true for Midnight and all the other mods that I have, I really, really do appreciate them, and I've let them know that 1,001 times. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, like the different like ways that our words can have impact, and especially if you're in a relationship, as I said, it's okay to text cute shit every once in a while, but know that in between that cute shit, the I love yous and the memes and whatnot start to get lost uh, in between, right? Like the meaning starts to lessen. Um, it starts to lessen and it starts to contort. So this is why I really, really liked the interaction between Emilia and Subaru, because it's very much like in couples counseling. When they first come in, it's sort of like, oh, there's a broken promise, like cute shit. And he was even trying Rem's tactic, and it wasn't working at all, right? Like it was sort of like, you can't use, and I think this is really, really important to go ahead and bring up. You can't use someone else's experience in a previous relationship and bring it into a new one, and then go ahead and think that everything's going to be perfectly fine. That's not how reality works. And by doing that, you're also setting unfair expectations of what was said previously or what knowledge you gathered previously and putting on them and a way to react, you know? Yeah, and that's also a good point, 200. Don't be like William and say, I love you every once in a while, because that's also not a good thing. Say it occasionally, say it when you feel it, say it in special occasions because it'll have a true meaning for you. Like, it's the power of words, the beauty of words that can shape out a relationship into something more than just niceties. Also, the venting process. So I'll take you guys through this bit by bit. So you guys also get a feeling as to how a therapist looks at things and how we work through them, even in the eyes of the show. It's well done to ReZero. Yeah, once it reaches the point where, like, for example, it's like, oh, well, you guys came to therapy because you keep breaking promises and you keep believing, or you're still sheltered in, right? Like you're still sheltered into this belief structure that, like, I don't know, like innocence or whatever it may be. Then they start arguing with one another. And this is when you know that the true processes start, the healing process, the yelling, the screaming. I've had people literally punch pillows because their significant other is not doing something or is doing something bad, whatever it may be, right? And seeing them go through that and seeing like them not talk to each other, but talk over each other, right? Or talk under each other. And seeing that interaction, even between them, where like Emilia's talking to him and he's like not really reflecting on it. He's just spitting out his talking points. And then vice versa. He's talking to her, not, or at her, and not really like with her. And like, it's just like, they're not meeting. But through all that not meeting, our brains and because communication is key. Communication is one of the few empathic things that we have. We start to find middle ground. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's we're arguing with our best friend, whatever it may be, we start to find that middle ground. And when we find that middle ground, one thing will come through in that like 54-minute, hour-long sessions that we may have. If that one thing was like, we may argue a lot, but without you, I would be lost from one partner to the other. That's the one thing that got through to them, and vice versa, right? But once you find this middle ground, after all the arguing, after all that energy that comes through from holding back is gone, that's where the healing process starts. That's where people can actually start to bond and form relationships, just as we saw. So I hope you guys sort of got a hint as to like how a therapist views couples counseling. My only thing, and this is from a therapist thinking about like another world, right? I think that he should be more careful about the way that he interacts with certain cultures. Like, what does a kiss mean to this culture? And I've said this every time. What does hand holding mean to this culture? What does a hug mean to this culture? She's so innocent. She reminds me of someone my friend dated a long time ago, where they still believe that like a kiss is like essentially like you're together, you're married, or some stuff like that. So throwing it out there, what does a kiss mean in this culture, and what implications does it have for the future, if any at all? Or does she just forget about it? Does she just erase it? Like, what does this thing hold for like future Subaru, right? Illegal handhold, exactly. Illegal handhold. Yeah, because she's so protected, she's so innocent, and she's so sheltered that like it just. I'm just curious. I'm way beyond curious. Don't spoil. Oh, you guys, no, no. You see, sometimes it's my, I guess, me thinking about like everything. That like sometimes I get myself into weird spoiler territory that I'm not even sure it's spoiler territory until later on. Puck is a shitty father. I mean, he went out for milk, right, Shoe Hunter? I'm kidding. She needs some milk. Anyway, with that being said, to everyone on YouTube, uh, I really appreciate y'all being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the rant and the lateness of this. Yes, I did see that, but like, it didn't really feel much like a threat, Monokuma, only because I don't know how else to put it. Like, there's light in his eyes again, so and he's talking to friends, so more than likely this is going to succeed, just based off of the reality of what we've seen. But it's a pretty big bet to wager. But I also know that, like, Roswell betting or agreeing to the bet is also huge. So, what future implications that has remains to be seen. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. So yes, we're gonna watch another one. But we do have to sign up for YouTube because this goes up weeks later when you guys have already watched like the whole series, and they're still not haven't caught up yet. So, anyways, I appreciate y'all on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed. To everyone on Twitch, of course, we're gonna continue. But bye YouTube, bye Future Us. Anyway.